Okay, exercise 6.5 asks us to look at this inventory using the perpetual system, but I want to do it using both the perpetual and periodic method to demonstrate the two differences. So let's take a look at this and highlight the important things. First of all, they purchased 100 units for $10 each. We'll need that piece. After examination, they decided that 20 are defective. They're sending them back. And then finally, the remaining units are sold for $15 each. So that's the facts that we need to have. If you don't have your text open, jot those down. And then we'll go and we'll do the three transactions. So, off we go. We'll start on 7.5, and we're going to have one side of this is going to be perpetual, and the other half of this page is going to be periodic. And we'll see if we can highlight the differences. Okay, in either case, they bought 100 units at $10 each. So that's $1,000, and that doesn't matter how they do it. So under the perpetual inventory method, what they would do is they would debit inventory, and credit accounts payable, $1,000. Periodic's going to look pretty similar. The only thing that's going to change is the one at the account title. We're going to debit purchases and credit accounts payable. And again, the amount remains constant of $1,000. Then on the 9th, they send some units back. They send 20 units back. So they're sending back the 20 units, and those 20 units cost us $10 each. So we're sending back $200 worth of inventory. So under the perpetual inventory method, what we would do is we would debit accounts payable, because we certainly don't owe them for that anymore, and credit inventory, because we now have that much less inventory. Under the periodic method, we still debit accounts payable because we do not owe that $200. That hasn't changed. But we now credit purchase returns and allowances, PRA, purchase returns and allowances, for $200. And then finally, the end of July 16th, we sell all 80 of these units. This was July 9. Sorry, I should put those dates down for you. Then on the 16th, 7/16, we sell those 80 units, and we sell them for $15 each. So that gives us $1,200. So under the perpetual method, we're going to debit accounts receivable, $1,200. That's our item of value. And we are going to credit sales, $1,200. No mystery there. We're going to do the exact same thing under the periodic method. Debit accounts receivable, that's our item of value, $1,200. Credit sales, or revenue, $1,200. The only thing that is completely different is there's one additional entry you need to do for the periodic method. It's the only thing that's different. And we have to recognize that we need to update the inventory account. This is the only thing that is different. And we're going to do that as such. We're going to debit cost of goods sold for $800, and we're going to credit inventory $800. No entry of that type is needed under the periodic method. So let's go through and point out the ones that are different, the things that are different between the perpetual and periodic method. Well, when you purchase it, the titles are different. One goes into the purchases account, one goes into the inventory account. When you send goods back, in the perpetual method, you credit the inventory directly. In the periodic method, you put it into an account called purchase returns and allowances. When you sell it at the end, when you finally sell it, the only other thing that's different is you have this second entry. And remember, this entry will not equal the one above it. Okay? Good to go.